Assalamu alaikum guys, hope you're well. If you haven't checked this video, go do it now please. So it's literally just me kind of giving an introduction of why I'm making this YouTube channel and what type of content I'll be posting. So very excited. So in this specific video I'm just gonna quickly go over my story, like how I got introduced into Islam, and then later on in my other videos I'll just elaborate now and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm just gonna quickly go over it. So this is also gonna be a two-part series, so I will obviously I'll try to quickly just say as much as I can in one part, and then I'll just continue with the story in the other, and I will post that just on a different day, inshallah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start with my story. So my journey began in December 2019. So at the time I was a full-time student and I worked full-time as well, and I know other students would be able to understand me. It is hard for you, it is challenging for your mental health, definitely. So at the time I was going through quite some hardship, and I was just I found it very hard to deal with things, and I was going through a depression at the time, so I was just in a very low point in my life. You know, a lot of people probably wouldn't confess this sort of thing to, you know, especially to strangers, people online, but it is what it is. And I was just going through such a hard time at the time, and I felt this emptiness within me, and I just didn't know how to feel it. I just didn't know how to get better, and you know, and I got really depressed, and I was almost just for something, just give me a light and just put me on the right path and just give me some direction in life of what am I supposed to do. So there was one night where I sat, so I went downstairs and I sat in my living room, and I was so sad. I started crying, I started bawling, and I was just so upset, and I just wanted to get better, and I was just so frustrated, and I just collected myself a little bit, and I decided I'm going to speak out to God. Keeping in mind, previous to that day, I did not believe in God. I didn't understand. I didn't want to understand. I didn't, you know, I come from quite a religious, you know, my mum's Christian, so it was my grandma. So, but myself, growing up in the UK, I wasn't religious whatsoever. So it was something different for me. So I'll just continue with the story. So that night I decided to speak out to God. So technically I made dua, like I just spoke directly to God, and I said all of my problems and how I feel, and I stated how I want to be guided to the right direction. I want to be better. I want my life to change, because I was doing so many things I shouldn't be able, you know, I shouldn't do, and you know, that was kind of corrupting me and my mental health and everything like that. And so when I spoke out and I was crying, and I don't know what happened, but instantly it's just, after I finished, I felt so, I don't even know how to describe it. I felt so euphoric. I felt so, like, this emptiness within me has instantly filled up, and since that day I was like, I think I believe in God. I didn't know who I spoke out to. I didn't know who I was talking to, and that would make me really curious. So the day after, I decided to look into different religions, and the day when I started looking into religions, that's when I discovered Islam. But I am actually gonna leave the rest of the story on part 2. So be posting that soon, inshallah. But I'm very excited to tell the rest of the story, but it's just too long for this video. And so yeah guys, stay tuned, and also just like and comment. I'm very excited to hear what you guys think, what my story might be like and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely carry on. So assalamu alaikum guys, stay tuned.